not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And you read the title, you know what it's about. You may be saying, how the hell can I compare a cataclysm like 9/11 to the knockout game? Well, easy. Now, before we get rolling here, there's a guy, Stefan Molyneux. It's French-Canadian guy. And he did a video on revisiting Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman thing. He recently released it. I'm like, it's not recent, like current, like he just released it, but and I already got into this guy's ass with his Truth About Slavery video, which was one of my magnum opuses where I just literally just tore all his points apart. His fan base tried to cut. Even some of his fan base had to thumb me up and give me props for it. You know what I'm saying? That's how good I am. Hence, when I say I'm the master debater, doesn't mean that I can easily crush anybody in this small, dilapidated corner of YouTube. I'm like, no, these people aren't even worthy to debate. You know what I'm saying? I can even go out into a bigger pond or out in an open ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like a hammerhead shark, and you know what I'm saying, and attack all these fallacies and so forth. But in his video there, hold on, let me roll this clip.
Hi everybody, Stefan Molyneux from Free Domain Radio. I have B, who is, I believe, just an initial. I think you've called in to say that nobody has encapsulated the black experience quite like I have. Was that the main content of your?
Yeah, and so I guess we're done then. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That's right. Word. No, you had some questions, issues, criticisms with some of my Trayvon Martin coverage, which basically was a way of trying to get 1 million people to see an anti-spanking message while co-opted by government. But in common law, generally there is a right to self-defense, which most libertarians and people accept. So the first person to break the law, if the Zimmerman version is correct, was Trayvon Martin. That is the government law, but I think also a fairly rational legal system would hold that to be true as well. So yeah, he can feel upset and freaked out, but that still doesn't mean that he can then initiate the use of force, right? The non-initiation of the use of force. Following someone is not, like on public property, on a sidewalk or something like that, is obviously not a violation. I will sort of say, and I'm sorry to monopolize, I'll end in a sec, because people use the word stalking a lot with this, and to my mind, stalking is sort of a repetitive thing, like you break up with the guy and, he keeps phoning you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, as you see, he's talking to this black woman, and that's how it is, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's very dangerous because now they're trying to get to us through the black woman, you know what I mean? Even though this black woman was sort of a Trayvon supporter and felt Zimmerman was wrong, she still kind of likes this guy or whatever, thinks this guy has knowledge or whatever, and they're having, just kind of like a debate over it, and he's just getting a better, the better part of the argument, and she just seemed like she's laying darts out. So that's how they're. No, I tell you, I wished I had me on their show, but he's talking to her and he's trying to convince her, and I think this is just a tactic to, trying to get to, trying to get to our women and so forth. Some people may say I'm reaching, or I'm really throwing low blows there, but hence. This video. Let me show you the thumbnail of this video. Here's the thumbnail. Now, as you see right there, it's a black girl, black girl taking off a white mask, and it says racism in America, basically saying that black people are the new racist. Got this little cute white girl, posing as a white woman, and underneath it, hey, this is and you see how devious the black girl looked like. She's shifting her eyes like she's just like a master manipulator. You know what I mean? She's on some fucking Lex Luger shit. just by the look in her eyes. So you gotta peep stuff like this out. But there's videos about and it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's an hour and 30 minutes long. You guys can check it out. It's called Racism in America. Stefan Molyneux, however you say it, and revisiting Zimmerman. You know, it's kind of. But he said so. I'm like, I wish I was there because he said some stuff that I'm like, he contradicted himself. For instance, they said that it's not illegal for George Zimmerman to follow Trayvon. You know, he wasn't stepping out of the bounds of what is the law. And then he also said, and then she was like, well, yeah, but then Trayvon has to have a right to be suspicious. Well, she had a point there, but he also said that Trayvon was wearing a hoodie in tropical weather, Florida. But hence, you know what I'm saying? Is it illegal for him to wear a hoodie or no matter what weather it was, even though it was raining that night? But also, there was one thing Stefan Molyneux has stated that really rubbed me the wrong way. That was completely he said that he compared Trayvon Martin wearing a hood, that he was wearing the thug attire. You know, I'm like, what is thug attire? And he talked about what if a neo-Nazi was to walk around in Harlem? You know, I'm like, that's two different things. If someone's dressed in neo-Nazi, he said something like they had a swastika on their head. If someone is dressing in neo-Nazi ensemble, I'm like, they're making a clear political statement of who they are. You know, you got the jack boots up there with the white shoestrings. I'm like, and then that's foolish. Anybody who's gonna walk around Harlem, you know what I'm saying, wearing this getup, and they gotta have a lot of balls. They're there to start something, to do something. Nobody's just gonna walk around like, I'm just walk around in Harlem and see if I can buy some bean pies or whatever, and I'm gonna, you know, just let them know who I am. Maybe I'll make some friends. No, you know what I'm saying. First of all, that's, you know, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous notion, and you know, that's who you are. Trayvon making wearing a hoodie, that's not official thug attire. Maybe to white America, you know what I mean? Maybe to the scaredy cats. But still, I see people wearing hoods all the time. Hence, if I seen somebody wearing like a neo-Nazi badge and a forehead, he's letting me know. He's letting me know who he is. You know, if he walks in a black neighborhood, he's doing something. Trayvon Martin was walking home with a hoodie on. I mean, there's two different things, but he's trying to make a comparison, and to me, it completely falls apart. That's why if I was there, I would have ripped that to shreds. But I'm gonna go easy on Stefan because, you know, I found out he's a chemo patient, whatever. I'm like, but still. But this is not my video ain't about, you know what I'm saying, this Stefan Molyneux's video about revisiting racism, but I'm just using that as a point, as profiling being justifiable. Now here going into 9/11. Now, I you know what I'm saying, that's beating a dead horse. I believe it's an inside job. There's no way you can convince me otherwise. When the 9/11 thing broke out, I was such a fanatic at that time. I was trying to do my research on all the Muslims, you know, the Shiites, and the concept of jihad. You know, I don't know how young I was. I don't know, 23, 24. I was just really trying to do my research and stuff. And the conspiracy guys, and I was just really listening to them. I was fascinated about, you know what I'm saying, architecture, a detonation. You know, I was just so enthralled with that. But I just came to a conclusion it's an inside job. But this is not about that. But one comedian said, matter of fact, a couple of black comedians said that the good thing about 9/11, it took the heat off black people's ass. Hence, people was running around profiling Arabs and Muslims. You know, I think Paul Mooney said a joke. Some other black comedians saying like, whew, you know what I mean? Black people are kind of off the hook or whatever. And right now, as of 2014, black people are right back in the crosshairs. We're right back under that microscope. You know. And the thing thing is with 9/11, it gave justification to profile Arabs. I'm like, they said, oh, look what these people done. We can't have this tragedy happen again. I'm like, there was even one political opponent who did an ad campaign, a commercial of just being straight up racist. I wish I could find it, where he said, if 9/11 was done by attractive white guys like me, I wouldn't mind being heavily searched at an airport. That's exactly what he said. Basically saying people who look like him wasn't responsible for 9/11, which I think they are, but it was the Arabics and so forth. And with the knockout game, and how I find it funny that the knockout game, I'm saying this, I'm like, the propaganda behind it is just overwhelming. I'm like, yeah, and I find it that it's funny right after the Trayvon Martin verdict. And all these guys who are George Zimmerman supporters, I find it funny how they overlook how much of a nut he is, how much of a criminal past he had, how much that he's pointing his gun at his girlfriend, all this zany shit he's doing, and they're overlooking. Oh, what? It's somewhat of a coincidence that you have this guy, this neighborhood watch loser, this stalker, kill this guy, and people say, oh well, he was defending himself, he's being a model citizen and so forth, and then we look at all, and then they're just gonna bury that under the rug. Even the members of the jury have said they regret their decision, and they would somehow coast, to come up with a non-guilty verdict. I almost lost my place here, but yeah, it's all it is profile, is justification to profile somebody. Here, look at 9/11. They're running around, these black teens knocking people out. Hence, let's profile them. And they can't get mad at us. Look what they're doing. Hence, just like with 9/11, hey, we have to profile these guys. We gotta take extreme measures so this won't happen again. And I admit that's not even comparable. But still, how this hysteria just sweeps over America and so forth. I'm like just, and how people will so easily panic. And you sell people with this fear. You put it in this fear. These are what these people are doing to you. You know what I'm saying? People are entranced by their fucking idiot boxing and so forth. And I'm like, that's real. And the thing is, I look at and guess what? There's been another shooting, another Fort Hood shooting. Not too many people are talking about that. It's already went under the rug. And let's look at let's profile military personnel. Now, anybody who knows me, I grew up in the military, so I got nothing against it. But you know what I'm saying? Are we gonna start profiling servicemen walking around with their uniforms on now? Okay, let's look at some of the nutcases that were ex-military. Timothy McVeigh, ex-military. Jeffrey Dahmer was ex-military. The DC Sniper was ex-military. And of course all the Fort Hood shooting, the shooting in Tulsa, Arizona. I don't know if that guy's ex-military, the Tulsa shooting at Arizona guy. But still, and these are tragic. Like this ain't no that somebody gets hit with a knockout game. Which the knockout game is a farce. This is some tragic shit. This shit is for the history books. But are we gonna start just profiling them no. And also Chris Dorner, which I commend this guy. This guy's my hero. He's also ex-military. So, but that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching it. Sally forth.